Hi guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, I am bringing you my December update for the 100 in a palette project pan. So if you want to see the progress that I've made on my Jeffree Star palette, let's go ahead and just get on into it. So if you don't know anything about this project that I've been doing, it was originally over on Instagram by All About Those Pans 91, and I was recommended to do this by DW at Dub's Beauty Diary. They're listed down below. All the other information is always in the description box. So for this project, you choose a palette, which of course I chose my Jeffree Star Blood Money palette because my Jeffree Star palettes do not get enough love. This is what it looks like currently. Not going to get too up close for you yet. And you're just to use it however you desire until you reach 100 uses. Every once use in a shade is one tick towards the 100 use total. So that is how we're doing that. I still don't think there's much difference. Like, I can see some disturbances in the pans, but honestly, I still don't see a crazy difference between the intro and now. And like I said, I really don't think I'm going to post comparison photos until we've reached our 100 uses. But we're just going to go shade for shade. So, Divine Intervention, I used twice in November and twice in December, so we are at 6 uses. Mint Condition, twice in November, twice in December for 6 uses. Chameleon Fetish, twice in November. It's at 2 uses, so I finally used that shade. I really do love the tone of that shade. I will say I have 4 shades tied for second place, and then I have 1 shade that is very, very well in my first place spot. So next we have Poison Ivy, which is a shade that I still have not used. We have Make It Rain, I still have not used. Crocodile Tears, I used twice in November, that's at 6 uses. I still have not used Equity. Money Heist is still at 2 uses. Still have not used CEO. Emerald Estate, I used twice in December, so that is at 2 uses. I finally used that for the first time. That is a very hard panned shimmer, and I do not like that shade. I loved the look and the tone of it, but the feel of it, awful. God awful. We are now at Heavy Weighted, this shade here, and that I got 2 uses in December, so it's now at 2 uses. I just don't feel like that shade really goes with the palette, because it is, and I hope that you can see, it's very teal. The rest of the palette is either like grungy green, minty green, or like true green, and that shade's just teal. Like the CEO shade being so gold, I don't think also goes with the palette, but you know, here we are. Then we have Jaded. I used it twice in December. It is sitting at 8 uses. It is my number one, my most used shade in the palette. So, and I do really like it. I think it deepens up looks without being too dark. I think it gives dimension and depth. I really love this shade. I still have not used Private Island. I still have not used Self-Made. Tax Free still has 2 uses. Persuasion got 4 uses in November and 2 uses in December. So it's sitting at 6 uses. I will say it is a harder pressed matte shade, but I love the tone of it. I've mixed it with some other shades to create like more depth, and it's beautiful. I do like that. I still have not used Secret Stash, and then Black Card Limit got 2 uses in November, so it's sitting at 2 uses. It's a nice black with shimmer. I do like it. It gives depth without being crazy. So as I said, Jaded is my most used shade at 8 uses, and then we have 4 shades that are tied for 6 uses, which are Divine Intervention, of course. It is, I can use it as highlight. I use it as an inner corner shade. Every time they put a beautiful shimmery shade as the first shade, it's always my favorite. Next would be Mint Condition. It's a beautiful starting crease shade. I love it so much. Crocodile Tears. I generally use these two shades together, so of course that's going to be one. And the last shade with 6 uses is Persuasion, which is my newfound favorite way to deepen up a look with this palette. I am kind of upset that it is the end of the year now and I still haven't used all the shades. I really did want to no pan left behind this palette by the end of the year, but that's okay. It happens. I've no panned left behind way more palettes than I thought I did for the year. So I am still happy with the use that this palette has got. And again, this project is rolling over into 2025. So no worries. We will start fresh, and I'm sure I will no pan left behind it for 2025. But let's count our uses. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 uses. So we're almost halfway there, which that is very exciting. So I'm just hoping by the 100 use mark to actually have seen some progress on the palette. That would be nice. So that's going to do it. Like I said, these updates are always really short because it's just telling you the usages that I've gotten. I want to go forward and tell you know what shades I'm using a lot, how many uses we have as a total, and yeah, because I'm not really showing comparison photos because there isn't anything, honestly. So that's going to do it for this update. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.